Yo, come on in. Come on in. Share this live. Share this live. Share this live with artists and producers. Let's make a song and have a conversation. Shout out Josh Miles. I'm trying to fix my hat. I'm always trying to fix my hat. Shout out Josh Miles for this episode is inspired by Josh Miles heavily. Shout out Josh Miles. DJ, what up? Y'all share this live. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna just go here. I'm gonna just go here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna go here. TJ, what's good, man? How you feeling? How you feeling, man? Yes, sir. I know, man. I couldn't even imagine, but woo. Sheesh. Much love to you and your family, man. Okay. I'm gonna start here. I'm gonna start there. I don't like that kick though. That's fire, but that ain't what I'm doing. That's fire too, but that ain't what I'm doing. I really need just like it ain't no joint. There we go. Here we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. There we go. I can do. There we go. I can use that. I can use that. I can use that. Share this with artists and producers, Quartet mainly, but everybody. About to show y'all, man. Thanks to Josh Miles, I'm about to show y'all what's possible, bro. Watch, watch. Watch as well as pray. Is this junk hitting too hard? Y'all let me know if it's hitting too hard. I can turn it down. I'm going to turn it down a little bit. Watch. Shout out Josh Miles. Shout out Josh Miles. I'm going to keep saying that. It's that simple. We there. So no, let me do it even more. Let me go here. Yeah, let me go here. But what key do I want to do it in? What key do I want to do it in? So let me see. Let me try this key. It's this simple. It's this simple. Oh, I wasn't supposed to put that there. My fault. Uh-oh. That one the best. Boy, this stuff knocking. Y'all gotta let me know if it's too loud. Oh, that's why it's doing that. Because I keep trying to. Okay, here we go. Wrong. Yeah, that's what I want to do. Pocket. I want to get that pocket. All right, so I'm gonna leave that out and then just hit that ghost joint. Oh, this is about to get interesting. Yeah. This is what's possible, guys. Mario told me to hit you. I'll turn it down some more, make sure it ain't smacking. Yeah. Hey. All right. It's a quartet progression. It's a quartet progression. Quartet progression. We already cooking. We already cooking. Let me do that. Two rounds of that. Let me get 2 rounds of that. Let me get 2 rounds of that. Oh my God. I got another idea in my head too. Yeah, yeah, yeah. In the midst of a drought, you gave me rain. In the midst of a storm, you gave me anything. In the midst of the day, you gave me peace. In the midst of a drought, you gave me rain. And in the midst of the doubt, you can give me anything. And in the and if I could this is about to get crazy. I'm showing y'all. And if y'all haven't joined the community and became a TET support member, do that. Ooh. In the midst of my trials, you give me rain. And in the midst of the burn, you show you rain. And in the midst of my storms, you give me peace. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Do you see what's possible? Oh my goodness. Share this live. Artists, producers, share this with them right now. Get the peoples in here. And if y'all on the replay, gang. I need something soft. Oh, these joints hardcore like a mug. No, that ain't it. That's talk boxy. No, that's too much. They must have make these sense for us. God, somebody know. Shout out to Josh Miles, who has inspired this video. Yeah. Too loud, but we might can work with that. Volume down. I do not like this pitch bend. It don't do right. It don't do right. Woo. I gotta do that. Woo. Uh-oh, wrong note. In the midst of a trial, you give me rain. In the midst of the thing, in the middle of the Oh, we cooking. Yeah. Drums. Oh, that's the 808. Drums is this. Good God. I'm changing it already. Oh, yeah. Oh, no pickup. I'm following the kick. I'm following the kick. One more time. Let me figure it out. One more time. I'm almost there. Dang it. No. I'm tripping. I'm thinking about other stuff. That is, I had to stop thinking. Yes. There we go. So I'm gonna say bones, bone, 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 bones, bone, bones. Melody. Bone, 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 bone. Do 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 do. Bone. Melody. I'm gonna take that sus out. And then I'm gonna put the sus back when I hit the 5. Oh. I'm gonna play the minor. Yes, sir. Regular 1. Sus with the 5. Invert down. Play the minor. Now I'm gonna trace it on with a string. And I'm gonna trace it on with the string. And I'm gonna trace it on with a string. See how that works? When you play intentional melodies, you can create parts. I'm sorry. See if this will go together or if I need to do something else. Let me see if I can get away with this. See if they go together. I don't know if they do. I might keep it like that. May keep it like that. I'm definitely going to keep it like that for now. tried him by now, you really need to try him. You really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now, good God, you really need to try him. It's time for you to try him. If you haven't tried him by now, you really need to try him. You really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now, so let me say, if you haven't tried him by now, tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now, I don't like that, but I don't want to say if you haven't tried. If you haven't tried him, try. If you haven't tried him by now, you really need to try him. Oh, so you really need to try him. This is interesting because I'm sure y'all know that song. If you haven't tried him by now, ooh, you really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now, you really need to try him. You really need to try him. Let me see. If you haven't tried him by now, you really ought to try him. Is it need or oughta? You really ought to try. Let me see. If you haven't tried him by now, you really need to try him. You really need to try him. Try him. If you haven't tried him by now, if you haven't tried him by now, if you haven't tried him, if you haven't tried him by now, that's what I need. If you haven't tried him. If you haven't tried him by now, you really ought to try him. You really ought to try him. You really ought to try him. You really ought to try. Oh. If you haven't tried him by now, you really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now. Oh, that's the second one. Okay, understood. If you haven't tried him by now, you really need to try him. I need to test out the parts. Before I need to test out the parts. If you haven't tried him by now. Oh. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him, if you haven't by now. If you haven't tried him by now. Oh. If you haven't tried him by now. Tried him by now. I'm testing out the parts before I start tracking because I'm confused. Oh. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried. Oh. If you haven't tried him by now. Oh. If you haven't tried him by now. You really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him, If you haven't tried him by now. You really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now. Tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him. If you haven't tried him by now. Tried him by. If you haven't tried him by now. You really need to try him. You really need to try him. Oh. If you haven't tried him by now. You really need to try him. 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 You really need to try him now. You really need to try him. You really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now. Tried him. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now. You really need to try him. You really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now. You really need to try him. You really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now. Tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now. Tried him. Take that him out. If you haven't tried him by now. Let's try it. If you haven't tried him by now. Haven't tried him by now. If you haven't tried him by now. Tried him. If you by now. Haven't tried him by tried him, not him, not him, let me try. Yeah. If you haven't tried him, if you haven't tried him by now, 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 haven't tried him by now, if you haven't tried him by now, that it ain't bad. You really need to try him. You really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now, what you need to do? You really need to try him. Yeah, you really need to try him. You really need to try him. Really need to try him. You really need to try him. You really need to try him. You really need to try him. Really need to try him. You really need to try him. You really need to try him. You really need to try. You really need to try him. You really need to. You really need to try. You really need. You really need. You really need. You really need to try him. You really need to try. You really need to try him. Oh, if you haven't tried him by now, yeah, you really need to try him. Yes, you do, you really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now, if you haven't tried him by now, you really need to try him. Yes, you do, yes, you do. You really need to try him. Yes, sir. Yeah. If you haven't tried him by now, you really need to try him. Yes, Lord. You really need to try him. If you haven't tried him by now, if you haven't tried him by now, that's wrong. You really ought to try. You really need to try him. You really need to try him. Yes, you do. Yes, you do. Do. I'm on the wrong screen. Here we go. If you haven't tried him by now, you really need to try him. You really need to try him. Shout out to Josh Miles. For being a great example of what's possible. Yeah, that's the vibes. Y'all know the song or where the song came from. That was in my head automatically because of them changes. But don't be afraid to blend genres, man. Don't be afraid to take a piece from here, a piece from there, an idea from here, and because once you bring things together that aren't normally together, it's automatically something fresh. So even if you take something familiar from one place and something familiar from another place and you put it together, like think about it. A lot of hits, a lot of major hits in several genres are pieces of unorthodox samples or interpolations or inspirations blended into one that creates like a new thing. So yeah, so everybody that's gonna watch this is a great example. Simple. Took an idea from one place, took some drums from another place, and then you get a vibe. Um, to all the artists and producers that are going to see this later, do not be afraid to blend genres. Do not be afraid to take a bass line that's usually played this way and do it with this sound, or a snare that usually sounds like this and replace it with a snare like this. Hey guys, it works. Josh video is going crazy. When gospel meets trap is going crazy. Shout out to Josh Miles. So yeah, that's a vibe. Use this short, quick live as an example of what's possible. I wanted to show that simple and quick just to sow the seed so that the next time you artists and producers are in the studio, y'all could just be like, hold on, yo. I know what we started to do, and I know what we've been talking about doing, but let's try this. I heard this country song that I really, really like. There was a lick and it was in a key. And let's see if I can let's see what we can do. Like, can we bring the acoustic out instead of the Strat? Can we do some simple percussion instead of a busy loop? Can we pull from R&B influences? Can we put some pop in there? Can we kind of just like introduce an idea from the old time way of our culture with the new sound of this new genre? Can we put an 808 with a guitar and just see what happens? There's a lot of growth happening in Quartet. There's a lot of expanding as far as musicians' ability to play. When I listen to Quartet records, I hear a lot of growth in musicians' ability to play. But there's not a lot of freshness and there's not a lot of innovation in the sonics and in the production and in the writing and in the arranging and delivery of Quartet. There is a lot of growth in the ability for musicians to play so they're playing more complex than they used to play. They're using sounds that we're not used to hearing, but is it a well-crafted, cultivated song that can be packaged and delivered to a group of people who never would have thought about what we do? That kind of has to be the idea. Sometimes you're going to do a good job. Sometimes you ain't going to do a good job. But the goal should always be to go in there to make the best song possible. And know when you want to make songs for grandma, and know when it's time to do something to grow your fan base. I think that's the biggest thing. Like, know when it's time to be like, all right, yo, what's new? What's innovative? What can we do that has not been done? What can we do that'll kind of be like a shock to the culture? What can we do to set us apart? And don't do it to be set apart for being set apart's sake. Be authentically you, like as a lead singer, as a songwriter, as group members, as producers. Start to listen to other genres and embrace the ones that speak to you. Embrace the sounds that speak to you. Embrace the sonics. Don't do it just for gimmicks' sake of blending stuff. Like, really study. TJ, what up, brother? Really study the art of different genres and see what stick with you, man. TJ, I'm talking to the people about blending genres and creating a sound and not being afraid to create a gumbo for their song, bruh. Josh Miles put up a video that's going crazy when gospel meets trap, and it's going crazy. So come on now. The barber chair or in the studio? Where you at, man? Shout out TJ Wilson, the time traveler. Shout out to the time traveler. Boom, boo doo 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 doo. But yeah, don't be afraid, y'all. Barber, yeah. Don't be afraid. Try stuff and get with people. Here's another thing. It may be time groups. It may be time for you guys to start figuring out other artists. Not artists. I think it's time for artists to start seeking for other producers. A lot of people, there are people who love Kirk Franklin and there are people who don't like Kirk Franklin. But one thing Kirk did, I think Stomp was produced by Darkchild. If I'm not mistaken, I think Stomp was produced by Darkchild. But he said in the interview one time, like, there's a low bar in gospel because it's for God. So we don't aim to make hits. We don't aim to like have sonic quality. We don't aim to make songs that can compete in the whole of the music industry. And I think that's why Kirk has been one of the very, very, very few of his kind. Because in order to make music on the level that Kirk makes music, you kind of have to take the religious blinders off. And I know that could be controversial. I know in light of everything that's going on and everything that's happening and people he's associated with, the waters can get murky and he be dancing and he be gyrating and y'all be catching clips of him and frying them. But when we talk about music and we talk about music business and we talk about sustaining a career and we talk about publishing checks and we talk about shows where people are going to show up and tickets are going to be sold and merch is going to be sold, your music has to be good. And most of the time, the biggest component to music being good is music being relevant. And TJ said religion ruins creativity. It does. Tank, what up? It does. It does, because you're not well studied. Like, we used to be at Tank House, right? This is no lie, y'all. We was playing with Tank Dad. Boy, we were watching God Daggone Chattanooga. Can I take y'all back? What's that? Usher Live in Chattanooga with Brian Fraser Moore. Boy, we watching Dangerously in Love DVD. We watching The Destiny's Child in Atlanta with Luke and Sean. Oh my gosh. Yo, we watching all that. And then we had church trying to make our RD700 and XB60. How we get them sounds? So when y'all be hearing me, that's because Tank in the car with confessions and everything. Hey, we listening to daggone Music Soul Child, daggone all this stuff, and that's important, bruh. That's important, because when you get ready to produce and you get ready to write, you are going to write and produce from your bag of influences. And if your only influences is the keynotes, no shade to the keynotes, you in trouble. And if I be honest, I've listened to a lot of records that Frank Williams wrote and produced. I've listened to a lot of records that Frank Williams wrote and produced. And listen to me. A lot of Frank Williams' writing and production came from other genres artists who had hot songs in his day. And he did a lot of interpolating and a lot of switcherooing and turning songs, pop songs, gospel, not gospel, pop songs, R&B songs. He did a lot of switcherooing. A lot of the songs we love by the Truthettes. I just let somebody hear where one of the Truthette songs came from. And it's definitely an R&B song that we all know. And matter of fact, let me tell y'all, the song, "You Were Right There Beside Me Every Step of the Way," is from "If Only You Knew How Much I Do." Listen to them both. Listen to them both. And there's a whole lot of like intros he would do, sounds he would use. Another one, "I Need You to Hold My Hand," is "How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You." Listen to what I'm telling you now. They won't just hits. Frank was an amazing genius, and the genius of Frank was being well studied. "I Need You to Hold My Hand" is "How Sweet It Is to Be Loved by You." "Every Step of the Way" is "If Only You Knew." What's the real title to that song, Tank? Those are the two that's on the tip of my tongue at the front of my brain. There are more. Some of them I wrote in my notes. One day I might just do a video on it. But being aware, you're not going, well, I can't tell you where you're going. I was finna say something wild that I do not have the credentials to say. You can still love the Lord and listen to other genres. That's a fact. That ain't me putting nothing on y'all. That ain't true. You can love the Lord and listen to other genres. The Clark sisters got fried when they took Stevie Wonder's song to make "You Brought the Sunshine." Got fried. Kojic told them, "Get thee behind me." Maddie Moss got sat down. Kojic was mad with them. Doc. They got fried. They got deep fried. But now it's so great. Look at Andre Crouch. If you listen to Andre Crouch records, man, Andre Crouch has session players that were doing the top R&B and pop and rock songs of his day. Now, because it was a long time ago, we take 2 or 3 of Andre's songs like "We Are Not Ashamed" and "The Blood," and we just say he's a traditional gospel artist. He's not. He's one of the first artists to bring in CCM, my people. He's one of the pioneers of CCM. I don't know if y'all know that or not. Right. There's a lot like the Clark sisters. Hey, James Cleveland took a song. He took an R&B song. "Jesus is the best thing." Man, that ain't no gospel song, man. Now they the greats. Thomas Dorsey was fried for bringing jazz into gospel. Fried. Deep fried by the church folks. Now we call them our forefathers of gospel music. But their gospel music was so different and it was so innovative because it included other genres of the day. You see what I'm saying? So when it's time to be innovative, the quickest way to be innovative is to go outside of what you make to get influence. Because if you only listen to what you make and you only listen to the people who make what you make the way you make it, ain't going to be too much innovation. It's going to be regurgitation and microwaveration and duplication and copyation. You see what I'm saying? Y'all don't hear me in here. Amen, lights. Amen lights. Amen walls. Amen panels. Amen mic. Amen interface. Be innovative, man. A sound from here, an idea from there, a sonic texture from here, a vibe from there, a texture from here, a cadence from here. All of the greats, all of the people that we call great, I think they M audio or something like that, bro. I gotta look. I think they M audio. But yeah, yeah, we got to mix it up. Got to steady, and don't be afraid because it's like I'm telling you, man. Individuality is important as artists, and it's not this far fetched. Got to be so different, but you do have to bring. Yeah, they M audio. I just don't know the model. You do have to bring, like, you don't have to be outlandishly different, but you do have to bring some sort of innovation and creativity and diversity to what you do. I've seen a lot of people, these are not my words. I've seen a lot of people make Facebook statuses about how all Quartet vamps is Jesus. Everybody music sound the same. Everybody come up with a groove and then sing a slow song and then sing a drive. I've seen it too much for it to not be true. Another thing I've noticed live, there's I don't hear preparation. I don't hear curation. I don't hear intentionality in these live performances. I don't hear preparation. I don't hear curation. I don't hear intentionality in these live performances. And I don't know if it's like, hey man, this quartet. Hey, y'all come here. Let me tell y'all something real quick. Let me get y'all a secret. It's okay to raise the bar. Come here, y'all hear me? It's okay to raise the bar. It's okay to raise the bar. It's okay to raise the bar. I think a lot of us are just doing what works, but what works don't work. I mean, that makes sense. It's okay to raise the bar. It's okay to say, hey guys, we're gonna rehearse 2 days this week. We're gonna rehearse Thursday. We're gonna rehearse Friday. I know some of y'all work, so can we do from about 6:30 to about 10:30? I'm gonna get with our MD during the week before rehearsal. I'm gonna give y'all a 2 week notice. So I'm gonna work on it this week. So this week I'm gonna get with the MD. I'm gonna go to the crib. I'm gonna go to the studio. We're gonna switch up the line. We're gonna switch up the lineup. Ooh, that's what I want to say. Thank you, TJ. What works don't always sustain. That's what I couldn't figure out how to say it. Yes. So here's my example. You like, hey, yo, in 2 weeks we're gonna have rehearsal on Thursday and Friday from 6:30 to 10:30. I'm gonna get with the MD this week. We're gonna switch up the lineup. We're gonna switch up the order of songs. We're gonna switch up the arrangement, and we're gonna have intentionality with our delivery and performance, and we're going to have sections of spontaneity. But we are going to deliver great. Because here's the thing. There are some lead singers like Alan Pringle who got a catalog and read the room and just go. But everybody ain't Alan Pringle. Alan Pringle is an anomaly. He is a special case. Alan is not the norm. Alan makes sure the boys know the catalog, as many good God Almighty albums and songs as they got. Alan read the room, and Alan call it like he feel it and like he see it. And then they play the records. Alan Pringle is an anomaly. Don't try that. Don't try it. A lot of groups are trying the Alan Pringle, and they really need to be putting together a set and changing the set every so often. Because the people who got a set been doing the set so long, we know the set. So here's the thing with the set. Because y'all sing so often in places so close together, once a month, y'all need to be having rehearsal to reset the set. Don't try the Alan Pringle and don't give people a stale set. Let's do the in-between and find spots. Every month, switch the setup. Switch the order, switch the arrangement, switch the breaks, switch the intro, and then find spaces and places within the set that you allow for spontaneity. But these bands, it would do good. I'm going to say it like this. It would do your group really good if these bands tightened up. But I know it's hard to have a tight band when you don't know who's going to play. But I have a solution. I have a solution to that. What if you arranged your songs and created references and created specific parts and asked that even your fill-ins know the record like the record, or know the reference like the reference? You can be more consistent when it's parts like, no matter what guitar player plays for me, these are things that I need to hear. No matter what drummer plays for me, these are patterns that must be there. This is how the song goes. This is where the rim goes. This is where the ride go. Do you understand? Send me a video. Make sure you playing the parts right, because I don't want you to tell me you know the reference, then I get there and you don't know the reference. Okay, I got a fill-in background singer, but these are the notes. There is a way to present consistency even in the, because I know in some situations with a couple quartet groups, the situation is tough because you get who you can when you can because the money don't be right. We know that. Everybody know that. There is a way, though, to keep it more consistent. And one of the ways to keep it more consistent is to send out references and get fill-ins in that state the best that you can that will be professional and not freestyling. Because a lot of freestyling be happening. A lot of overplaying be happening. And another thing, I wish Tank was still in here. Room etiquette. A lot of groups don't got room etiquette. What is room etiquette? If it's a little sanctuary, don't play like it's a big coliseum. If it's a little sanctuary, don't play like it's a big coliseum. Teacher said, hey man, hey, play the record. Play the record. If I reference a demo of a live arrangement, play that monkey like that. If the distortion come in right there and that's the line. But here's the thing. In order for this to work, you have to be working with a producer / musician / MD / arranger who's capable of putting together sets with parts. Because a lot of people know how to play, but a lot of people don't play parts. A lot of people just, let me go further. Most people don't even play the song. They just play their instrument. But yeah, TJ, play the room. That's one thing I love about Tank. If we went in there, if we went in a place and it's like, all right, this place is kind of big. The system ain't that sweet. My snare gonna get a little lost in the sauce. I'm gonna crank it and I'm gonna kind of smack hard tonight. Yes, so we can cut through. I need the backbeat in the back. All right, Tank. Another place. All right, the ceiling's kind of low. The room kind of small. All right, I'm going to tune it down and I'm going to just tap. Brian, just make sure you got me in the house. Boom. Now Brian can control the daggone sound. Because Tank ain't on 20. Lead singers. Here's the thing. I'm going to tell y'all this, bro. If you need it to be loud to feel it, there's probably some more craft development you got to do. It's no different from a musician. Tank Daddy told us, like, hey, bro, if you got to hear yourself that loud, you don't know your part. You can play with energy without putting your elbow through the drum head. Yes, TJ. Putting your elbow through the drum head is wild. But it's true. You can. Lead singers, the band can like give you pressure and give you builds without y'all being on 20. And it's like we can't, so often we associate loud with the spirit move. Like if the spirit is high, we equate spirit high with volume loud. I don't know if that's a melanin church thing, but it's like spirit high, volume loud. No, man. No, because the quality of the delivery is like, oh my God. Then when the seniors be on the front row where they shouldn't. Okay, the older people shouldn't be in front of the speaker. That's true. But y'all also shouldn't be hollering and crashing cymbals like it's the daggone Red Hat Amphitheater and you in Beulah Baptist. You know what I'm saying? I can't get no help. If you in Beulah Baptist, man, govern yourself accordingly. That's all I'm saying. And create a set list, and every month switch up the set list. You know what I'm saying? And create moments, put moments. Okay, after this slow song, that's a spontaneous moment. Because the truth of the matter is, y'all be having 15 minutes anyway. So freestyling in 15 minutes is crazy. But also, doing the same 15-minute set for 8 months, a year, 2 years is even more wilder. So you got to go in between. Everybody can't do what Alan Pringle do. You got to get in between. So it's like, okay, the middle ground between stale set list and spontaneity is fresh set list with assigned spontaneity spots. Man, I'm giving game. The key is fresh set list with spots carved out to be spontaneous. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute. You ain't got but 15 minutes. 1 minute, 2 minute, 3 minute, 45-second sections where you're just like, okay, this is where we go off the cuff, look at the crowd and see what it is. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. And then be ready to have, let's say you got a 3 or 4 song set list. Have another 2 or 3 songs in the bag, super tight from the intro to the ending that can be swapped out if a situation ain't quite right. Be ready. Have the loops queued up. Make sure you remember the intros. Make sure you got your patches set and deliver quality. There is a correlation between, number one, the lack of social media presence, which is a different conversation. But there is a correlation between your delivery and your turnouts. If they already know what you're gonna sing, could they seen you sing it last week? Are they gonna get a ticket again and hear the same thing? Especially when it ain't on a level that's like, oh my God, I got it. Because there are people like Usher who people will go see his Vegas set more than once. But that's because it's like a burger that's so good you gotta have it more than once. If you get a burger that won't that good and it won't worth the money, you ain't going to get that burger again. Yeah, it may you ate it and it won't terrible and you ain't hungry, but you ain't finna get it again. But let you find something that's show enough hit. Oh, I got to have that again tomorrow. Your performance got to be the same way. You got to be. I got to hear them. Keyboard players. Well, TJ. Most in the context of Quartet, most systems are mono. TJ. Most systems mono and Quartet. TJ. We have discussed this. Sound men. Sound men. Let's talk to the sound men. It's okay to raise the bar. It's okay to raise the bar. It ain't gonna hurt you to raise the bar. And it's a trickle down effect because I know most times people don't got enough money to even have tops and a 12 channel board. So I get it. So from the top down, there has to be a conversation. I get it. But if you gon' say yes, if you gon' do it anyway, do it right. If they don't have the resources for you to do what you do well, then you probably shouldn't do it anyway. So if you're gonna do it right. And TJ saying to keyboard players that y'all don't have to be thin because y'all mono. That's what TJ saying. Y'all don't have to be thin because y'all mono. Quartet's playing Nords now. We got Nord. We got Yamaha Nord. We got thanks to who was the first person I seen? I think I got my TR from Eric, but you got Korg, you got Nord, you got Yamaha. How to thicken up that sound even in a mono. Yeah, that's true. And another thing is don't be afraid to keyboard players, don't be afraid to explore sounds. It's tough in today's quartet though because there ain't really no consistent bands. So it's up to the producers and the artists to create a sound for musicians that are filling in to duplicate. Because it's like Wallace only played for the Cans. So when you heard that MK80 or first the DX7 and then later the MK80, it's like, yeah, we going to Jackson, Mississippi. It's automatic. When you hear Dwayne's guitar tone, you already know what time it is. It kind of ain't like that no more because everybody play for everybody. So it's kind of the artist's responsibility to the artist and the producer have to create a sound and go to, I'm gonna give y'all some more game. Lead singers, music directors. If you're a lead singer that's taking the music director and you're working with a band from another city or pieces of a band, and you are paying them well where you have the room to hold them accountable for that's important. If you're taking care of them well enough to be able to hold them accountable for their contribution. Go sit in the rehearsal with them 4 hours early and say, play these parts and these parts only. Because even though you playing for me, and other people, I want to make sure that my sound is my sound, even if I'm using somebody else. So, okay, I know you like bass player. I know you love for your mids to be heavy and general, but for me, can you roll them back a little bit? Okay, drummer, I know you love the chop when you over here, but can you just play pocket and lock in with that loop for me? Yeah, let's do that. Okay. All right, Ox guy, can you play these patches? I know you used to playing these patches, but did you hear the reference we sent you? Can you play these patches? Like, there are ways to, under the circumstances, still be who you need to be the way you need to be. But I'm back. Can y'all hear me? Oh, yeah, we had a problem there. Can you hear me, TJ? All right, we back. Woo! That was a close call right there, boss. Let me know if you can hear me. But yeah, it's okay to be different, guys. It's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Hold on. 2 1 2. Can you hear me now, buddy? 2 1 2. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. 2 1. Hey, what about now? All right, sweet. We back. Hey, I had a little situation. TJ, let me tell you something, boss. I knew I was in trouble. My the charger it wasn't the laptop charger won't in the computer, bro. Yeah, my joke was going dead. Woo! But yeah, don't be afraid to be innovative, bro. And hold these musicians accountable if you paying them enough to have demands. Don't be no jerk, but don't be no jerk. But yeah, if you paying people enough to have demands, make sure your stuff right. And switch up your set list. Switch up your set list, man. Don't be afraid to switch your set list up every now and then. TJ, man, what you got any advice, man? You want me to share with the folks? We gotta do better, man. We gotta do better, and we can do better. We gotta do better. Just learn to listen. Yeah, man. Yeah, and it's like Musicians, every every gig is not a platform for you to showcase your individuality. Some gigs you just play the parts. It's like this is not, we not solo artists. We not solo artists. We not solo artists. I be watching videos, bro, and y'all be killing as music. Like if I'm just purely listening with the ear and enthusiasm of a musician, y'all be blazing. But if I were to critique the overall performance of the group, you are lessening their value. And you probably don't care because you're filling in and ain't getting paid. So you probably could care less. But try to care some. Try to care some. Try to care some, y'all. Become a member. Become a TET support member if you haven't already. It's $10 a month. Gang. Join the TET community for free. Get that dictionary downloaded. If you're on Facebook, it's in the description above. If you're on YouTube, it's in the description below. I love y'all. I'm out. Peace.